I tell you to say stop, hit that exit. What's up, everybody? Naughty Nation in the house. We got Pink Boy, we got Little Naughty here. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday on how to easily make a river table. We're going to put the second and final layer of casting epoxy on top of our piece that we made here yesterday and show you how easy it is to finish it off. Hang tight for 2 minutes. We'll let everybody else hop in. So today we're using Urban Art casting epoxy. It's for a 1-inch pour. This is an 1.5 inches. Just recapping from yesterday, I'm using a reusable mold, made my life real easy. I just cut my wood to piece. I put it in here, I clamped it down to keep downward pressure, and I was ready to pour. We mixed up a black. I want a real dark opaque. This here though, contrast with the spalted maple lines. Here I've got these dark lines. Had a little mishap mixing yesterday. Splashed on that. You guys probably saw that. This is actually hardened up, and I'm going to put the clear coat on. The technique that I like to use is I only pour halfway with my color, and the remainder is clear. What that does is if I were to do this black the entire way, I wouldn't get to see any of this cool live edge. But now I'm pouring a clear on top, and all the way to the top, and I'll let that set. And our eye will see through to the color level, but we'll also see the live edge exposed as well. Makes a really, really nice effect. So I'm going to mix up my resin real quick. If you don't remember how to measure for your resin, it's length times width times depth times 0.55. And when we did that yesterday, we came up with just under 120 ounces, so 118. So I'm mixing up 60 last time and 60 this time, so it should give us a really nice pour. And it's a 2-to-1 mixing ratio. I'm using Urban Art again, and it's our favorite, and it's the best. You should use it too. So here I've got my resin all ready to go. I'm going to set it right here. Can you see that in that camera? All right. And as a little extra, I'm going to throw just the smallest dash of sparkle in it to make a little Vegas glam in there. So this is we call Vegas Sizzle. It's new. It will be added to our site shortly, and I'll drop all the links for everything that I use below. This is a nice heavy piece. I'm gonna get my gloves on here and get ready to mix. So if you have any questions or you're curious about why we use certain techniques or resin, please drop it below. We answer all of our comments as quickly as we possibly can. If you're live and hop on, thank you for joining us. Just some gloves on here. We're going to grab our drill, and I'm going to mix this for at least a minute, minute and a half. I've warmed my resin ahead of time, so it's really, really, the consistency on it is real nice. Step away from the table, so bounce it, please. Thank you. And when you're doing this, you want to hit the edges like that. And you want to hit the bottom as well to make sure that you're getting your resin mixed really, really well. I'll mix that right up. You timing for me? All right, Mark's timing for us. Keep us straight. I really like this Urban Art resin. It sets up to a full cure within about 7 days. Unlike some other epoxies that you work with, it's designed for contractors, although it's easy enough that a DIY user can use it as well. But it has the durability and toughness that you would expect as a contractor if you're doing your work that you'd want out of the products that you use. It's made here in the U.S., veteran-owned company. And yeah, it's just a good, I mean, rather than give your money to Mega Resin Company owned by some hedge fund, it's owned by an actual family company that donates back into our communities and is active. So we really love using them. The resin is great. It mixes up really nice and clear, as you'll see on the final product on this. Where are we at, Mark? So we're about a minute and a half mark mixed up here. So I'm going to pull this out like that. And here's where we pour our clear coat on. Just so satisfying. Now this is already level. We leveled it yesterday. The great thing about these molds, they also have leveling feet, leveling bubbles, so we get it just pegged. And so we get these perfectly level. So when we go to finish, we're not taking a lot of time planing and sanding and trying to get imperfections out of our molds due to leveling issues. Fill our holes up here. And just like that, there's bubble release in the resin as well, so you don't have to torch the heck out of it. It doesn't introduce a ton of air in when you mix it up and those kind of things. So now that I'm done, I'll just simply do one quick pass with the torch. And that's it. I never have to torch again. That's part 2 of the product we started yesterday. I hope you like this. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and we'll answer them all. And if you want one of these molds, or if you have anything else, just check out the links below. We'll get it to you. And thanks for watching. Look at that Vegas